everyone, welcome back to the Hunter's Lodge. Today we have a video that is the usual yearly April Fool's video the day after. What is this video about? Well, we take a look at every April Fool's that happened in the past day through the various games that we cover on the channel and also some extras that I play on my own off video and think that they were fun. You might be wondering, did you do an April Fool yourself? Well, maybe, maybe not, depends if you guys saw it or not. I want to spoil my own April Fools, but probably it is kind of obvious by now, since the video will be released after midnight past April the 1st, obviously, because a good joke doesn't end until April 1st ends. So, which games will we start with? The first one, obviously, I want it to be Priconne because it has kind of become the soul of the channel in the past year, but obviously we had a rotating sort of vibe to that kind of logic. We had Dragalia first, then we had Sao, now we have Priconne. There are a lot of games that we got on the channel, so we will go through every single one of them. At the end, I will also tell you which one was my favorite, and also the usual that you can expect in an Hunter Lodge video. Okay, so let's start with Priconne. You guys probably know what the April Fool's was for this game because I uploaded the video of the story the other day, technically not yesterday, but the other day, and it was a sort of parody about the mega shows that you guys probably know and love in Japan, a lot of them to take inspiration from, so saying a name probably wouldn't be enough to cover all the references that we saw into the trailer as soon as you log into the game. So in the background we will have the trailer rolling on loop until I finish talking about it, and there is also two other things that happened. Obviously they were a little minor compared to what you expect, but they were also kind of fun. We had a fake event teaser. The Bocchi Battle Brigade event teaser wasn't real. Obviously there was a clue to realize that it wasn't the real event, which is the fact that it didn't give the 50 crystals, gems. You guys know the gacha occurrences by now. It is a gems. I'm not sure why I keep saying crystals, probably because they have a crystal-like appearance. So it didn't give those 50 gems, and also there was the fact that the advertisement for the event didn't come out. We only saw one character, which ended up being Cry, not even Aoi, so it was quite peculiar indeed. The second small April Fool's that they released a panel of a life-sized gigantic Croce cardboard that you can buy at a discounted amount, and it was, I admit, kind of funny because they've been selling those life-size cardboard for some of the goods. They cost around 200 euros, I believe the conversion will be like that, 200 euros, so a little more in dollars. And they went with making this one, I believe it was 35 meters, something huge like that. Anyway, a little very fun for me to see for sure. Okay, so for Priconne, that's it. If you want to watch more, remember that we also have the video about the event from last year, the Keril Yabaibal, I believe it was called, and also the one from this year is already up. We will cover the other parts of the event, the sub-event, and the story in the coming days for sure. Next up, we are in Pokemon Masters. You might be wondering what the gimmick for this April Fool is. Well, obviously it is quite obvious at first glance. We have a bunch of Snorlax, and also in the background you probably can hear the Jigglypuff song. So generally in Pokemon Master EX you have different kind of Pokemons rolling out on the 1st of April, which are sort of mimi Pokemon, like we had Zigzagoon, one day another one, I believe it was Bidoof. There are a lot of very interesting ways that they use to do those Pokemon Master EX original April Fools. Today, also, as a side note, this is kinda less April Fools, we also got Lazy in the Lodge, the Trainer Lodge, obviously not the Hunter Lodge, and I also got there luckily, so you will get the Trainer Lodge stories for Lazy, and also the event, the new trainer school, I believe it is called, Pasio School, I'm not sure what the, Pasio Academy, there we go. The Pasio Academy, you also get that later on into the week. But let's check out entirely what's happened with those Snorlax. Let's talk with Annabelle. Jigglypuff singing put all their Snorlax to sleep. It doesn't look like they will be waking up anytime soon, so it is probably best if we just let them rest, I suppose. So today is a day where I couldn't record any line on the Pokemon Center for obvious reasons, because we just have Snorlax. Do remember, you also get a prize if you clear the quest against the Snorlax. This one right here. So let's check out what happens. Which team would be ideal to go with here? Probably my new Groudon team. I know that I need to do the Groudon showcase, but as you can see, I do miss one move level, and until I get 5 out of 5, it wouldn't be a complete primal Groudon showcase. So I am getting that I miss just one coin, so it should be very soon. I also got the Kyogre, but I had to Spark for May. Oh, it is a boss. That's actually kind of cool. Let's see if we need to go all in. I don't think that will be hard, because obviously self-sleep. Okay, yes, it's just a meme for sure. It would be cool if Snorlax kind of reclined and laid on the ground to sleep, but I guess... Ah no, I put my Pokemon to sleep as well. Okay, so I need to use the sync move here. Makes sense, by the way, like... they do this kind of meme stuff that I really like. So you guys get to see the sync move of Primal Groudon in anticipation. I really love it. I don't like that Groudon doesn't do the stomp, but I do like the whole lead up to it, and the bite also is not bad. But the stomp was more iconic for Maxi and Groudon. Okay, now he's waking up. Only then, okay. Snorlax woke up too, but he deals no damage. And then 52,000, that's a lot of damage. But immediately, since I also have May and Kyogre, I can tell you that Kyogre does a lot of damage at the start. 300 crystals, that's not too bad, or gems, or crystals, gems. This video will go haywire trying to remember which one it is every time. I don't believe there is a co-op version, let me make sure, because you never know, sometimes they hide stuff in co-op. No, okay, so it is 300 here, and then the general event is like that. Nothing too crazy, but it is funny enough, because obviously the login part is also kinda cute. Okay, so next up we have Fate Grand Order English, because obviously, my friends, remember, Japanese and English versions have different April Fool's events. I think that the Japanese ones are more tied to the ongoing story as well. They have small tidbits here and there that they use to identify what's going on in the ongoing story or even future events. For the English version this year we have a sort of baseball minigame. It kind of reminds me of Tribe 9 actually, which is kind of fun since I want to get to the game very soon. It has been a while since I have recorded it. And as you can see, we have this sort of minigame where I need to click the ball before it reaches one of the 9 squares. I need to be careful because the ball sometimes can change directions. Every character that appears on the right, I can unlock by hitting the ball. And there are obviously a lot of different characters which you can unlock through the game. Then at the end you can also unlock a kind of personalized score and add the character that you like, the background, and so on. There isn't much else to add, honestly. That's the gist of the game. There is a campaign in game as well. You can get 10 Saint Quartz, and also for returning players you can, I believe, get an increased amount of Saint Quartz for the returning bonus. Those are the two things that I saw. Seems like I'm going to get a perfect score this time. The first time that I tried, it started to get really hard at this point, but I have a good attention span right now, so I should be able to get them all. Very nice, okay. So as you can see, 10 home runs, best result I could get. Max distance isn't incredible, but it is pretty nice for what it is. So we will go with my name tag for games, and then we will choose the servant that I want to use this time. Let's see. From the ones that I unlocked, I see some cute ones. We have Tamam, I could go for her. Then we have, let me see, we have one Skadi. I believe that I actually have two. I unlocked the summer one as well earlier. We have the Drunk Sisters, we have Zhang Yu. We have Lady Avalon or Merlin from Prototype. We will go with Tenoctilan, I believe. Seems like an original choice for me to go with. Let's see. And there we go. That's my card. Then you just click save and you get your own personalized one. I will put it big onto the screen right now so you guys can see it. And make sure to get your own. Unlock the servant that you like and get your own card. I will probably play a little bit to unlock Kama and Eresh and get my own so I can save them for posterity. That's it. Remember also to claim your 10 and Quartz. For now we jump into the next game, which is Tensura Isekai Memories. So for this game we have quite a variety of collabs when it comes to April Fools. Yes, you heard it right, collabs. But not generally with other series, anime, etc. But with the series within the Bandai Namco universe. I believe we had the Pac-Man collab a very long time ago. This time we do have a game. I'm not sure if it is Bandai Namco, but I know that it is a game because I have seen it before, heard of it, etc. And this part of the video will be, I will show you the collab outside of the event story and also at the event story. It is very short, so making a video out of it doesn't make any sense. So I want to spoil it, what it was, just by looking at it from a distance. So let's see it as I unlock the village. It is a building, so if you get it, you will earn the extra citizens, so make sure to get it. I'm not sure how long it lasts. And right now, after it finishes lagging, as usual, the city is a bundle of lag. As you can see, we have something very interesting. It looks like a planet, a sort of spherical object that likes to roll around and maybe catch things in it. I'm not sure how to describe it without literally spoiling what it is, but you guys probably know the game. I want to say that it is Katamari, something like that. It is for sure a Japanese word, but if you see it, you guys will probably recognize it. As you can see, look at this. It is very cool. I like it a lot. But it doesn't end here, my friends. We do have something else that you can do. If you go into the news section, let's see if I can replicate it. It is something that I found by accident, by the way. I was Katamari, okay. I was close with the name. If you get over here and you click this ball, as you can see, this just tells you that there is the event, login bonuses, other things, the event, etc. Mini story event, there isn't really anything big going on. But then, you go up here, you click this, and look at what happens. I love this part a lot, like, it is so stupid, but at the same time it is incredibly funny to do. You can't do anything more than this, but it is hilarious to see it. Now, as I told you, there is a story part. I think it is just one part, but if there are multiple parts to this event, I will do a separate video. For now, I will let you see the intro, and then we will move on to the next game.
Rimuru-sama?
Rimuru-sama? Rimuru-sama?
Iya.
Nanto?
Tomare! Sonna.
Oi!
Dame da. Are?
素晴らしい。
つまりですね。
よし。いや。 おい。ち。つまり。
いけません。
士気を上げろ、みんな。はっ。くそ。一気に行くぞ。
やれやれっすね。
残念です。申し訳ありません。
待つっす。
本当か。
嘘。なるほど。私の料理がどうかしましたか？
どうだ。
感謝します。
A blast from the past. It is indeed Dragon Ball Legends. So the home screen is indeed a character from Daima that you probably know and have if you play Legends, but we are not here for that. We are here just to check the April Fool's game. This is not a return of Legends to the game. I just play it for the PvP because I kind of enjoy it on my leisure. The story, etc., I've kinda moved on from those. So what is the event this time? The last year we had Raditz against the farmer with a gun. The year before we had Pui Pui. The year before we also had Vegeta and driving carts, etc. It was a lot of fun events. But after Pui Pui and Raditz, they started giving out basically free characters that are also kind of usable. I still use the Pui Pui in PvP in the Majin Buu Saga team. He's not that strong anymore, but his HP buff can be indeed useful. So this time we have a character that is from the original Dragon Ball, so Dragon Ball and that's it. It is none other than Tao Pai Pai. If you guys read and know Dragon Ball, you know Tao Pai Pai debuts as an assassin that goes after Goku, and then he meets the two characters that are protecting Goku at the base of the Corin Tower. I don't remember their name, I just remember that it was the dad and the son. He kills the dad, then Goku defeats Tao Pai Pai by throwing back a grenade at him. He gets damaged, seemingly killed, and then later on he returns as Cyborg Tao against Tenxiang. In Italian it is Tenzing, but Tenxian technically it is the name. And what happens is that they are basically Tao Pai Pai is the brother of the master of the Crane School, so he fights against Tenxian. He uses some dirty moves, but in the end he still loses. The joke in the game this time is that he's an accomplished assassin that is going around killing all the Dragon Ball villains. In the first story, he killed Freezer, and now he's going to kill Cell. We just do this stage to showcase the character and the kind of humor that you can expect from this event. This one lasts longer than April Fools, so make sure to get the character at your leisure, but at the same time, do not die too long, because as I said, those characters for April Fools are not, obviously the event itself is a joke, but you can use the character after. They are not bad in terms of a general performance. Tao especially debuts in a team that is, I wouldn't say bad, but at the same time the Dragon Ball team doesn't really have a lot of usable characters, because what happened with the Dragon Ball team, when they did a celebration for the Dragon Ball series, they didn't release Dragon Ball specific units, they released movie units. What does that mean? Is that those units saw more play in movie based teams than in Dragon Ball teams, which is kind of a shame all in all, because obviously Dragon Ball as an original series has a lot of characters that you can use, but they are more on the whimsical side compared to Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball GT and Dragon Ball Super, who are more, I would say, serious, but even that can be deceitful in and of itself. So, other than that, what else can be added before we get into the battle and show the animations? Yes, it is a free character, so you can upgrade it entirely for free. There isn't really much that you need to pay. I want to show you the animation, so I like him to start. Very good. So as you can see, the blast is normal. The strike animation is new. As you can see, he charges his iconic pose where he tries to do a neck chop. He has his laugh whenever he does his green. Let's see, animation when he gets hit, nothing too crazy, the voice goes a little bit crazy immediately. He is a character that cannot fly, so he has the jetpack, which says kill you. That's actually a good detail, by the way, because every character with a jetpack seemingly has their own thing. And then we also have his special gimmick. Basically, Tao can draw multiple special cards. Like, for example, if I use this one, I click it, and as you can see, I get another one. It is, the first one I believe it is guaranteed, and then it is percentage based. And you can increase the percentage by doing some actions, like using the green card, using some abilities, etc. Similar to how Ginyu in that could revive into Goku works. You prepare the attack, so then it works. It is an interesting character for sure, so make sure to get him because he is free. You just need to farm the Z power a little bit, but it is a character that, so far from what I've seen, is not bad if you're planning in the future to build a Dragon Ball team, for sure. And that's it for, sorry, let's do the ending. It wouldn't be correct to end it here without showing you how he masterfully defeats Cell with the Super Dodon Ray. It is an attack that we saw in Dragon Ball. Then Tensing started using the Shinkigo Ho, which was a little more cool against Cell, but it is what it is. And the meme here is that his Super Dodon Ray chases the villains as they attempt to run, and eventually it catches up and they die. Let's see. Oh, maybe Cell does something different. What does he do? Instant transmissions into the sky. Okay, that's smart. So let's see. No, it still gets him. Yeah, Super Dodon Ray. You can compete, Cell. Sorry. It is the end. So, the next one should be Majin Buu. Then probably they'll go into the super villains. Oh, okay, no, he's dead. I thought for a second, oh wow, Cell survived. They are breaking the joke. No. In the previous April Fools... oh no, he's still alive. Okay, let's see what is the secret to Cyborg Tao strength. Yeah, the bomb. Okay. Okay, they are doing the meme like, I am a cyborg. You are a cyborg. Yes, I am the perfect one. Cell accepts defeat. Okay, who is here? Okay. So, the gimmick here is that there is a character that pays Tao for carrying out the assassination. For Frieza, it was Frost. For Cell, it was Dr. Zero or Android 20, if you want. Okay, next time I'll be able to create a warrior even more perfect than Cell. What will it be? Cell Ultra Max, Cell Perfect. There are like... okay, Cell... There is a request to kill Android 20 as well. Okay, bye-bye Android 20. It was nice to know you. Who could have wanted to kill Android 20? Probably Android 21 if I had to guess. Let's see. Okay. No, there I'm going to show who is the one that did the contract this time. Okay. And they are doing the meme where he picks the pillars and throws them to fly around. That's always a staple of the original Dragon Ball. Okay, this one probably was the longest, but immediately it is a very high quality as an April Fool's because it is technically a new character event. As you can see, you do all the stages until you reach the Zamasu raid, and then in the Zamasu raid you get the rewards for more crystals, also gacha currency, and the Z-Power. Anyway, let's move into the next game, which is... Okay, next is the Hoyoverse games. I wouldn't restrict it to Honkai Star Rail because I've also seen the one from Zealous Zone Zero, and I think it is funny because it is... They are simple jokes, like probably the Honkai Star Rail is the more elaborate one because it is an entire video and it is actually kind of funny. It is a video about the Chrysosers becoming sous chefs, like they own a restaurant, and we have Castorice as the lead chef, and then we have Midday and Finon who are the head chef and the assistant chef, and then we have all the other characters with Aglea being the director of the restaurant. And as you can see on the background image that I'm using, because obviously the animation you can see it for yourself, I will just use this image to give you an idea. We also have a new character, which is a Cypher. We will learn more about her in 3.2, but she's the character that will come in 3.3 with Hyacinth, which we saw in the current 3.1 story, which we will continue. I already recorded the next part, I need to record the finale, and ideally before the next Wednesday we should be good. Then, my friends, we also have the Zealous Zone Zero joke, which is a Bungboo, and it is based on the Xbox Bungboo. I'm not sure if this is a joke or not, I will be honest here, but I would reckon, considering the day, etc., that it would be a joke, because, like, even how it looks, it is kind of funny. But I could see it also being real, because obviously there isn't really a reason why it would be fake. Finally, as for Genshin, I haven't really found anything resembling April Fool's joke at the time of recording, so I guess it will come later. But so far I really like the Honkai Star Rail one. If you guys want to watch the video, make sure to find it. It is both on their Twitter and the YouTube page. Next we have the final game that I wanted to showcase in terms of April Fool's jokes. Obviously I'm not going to do every gacha, but let's end on this one. Other than that, my friends, Fire Emblem Heroes does not have an April Fool's joke up at the time of recording, so I wouldn't really find anything that would be worthy of showing off. Hopefully they will release something down the line. So, the last and final game is... Okay, so the last game is Granblue Fantasy. This is probably an odd one to see because I've never brought it to the channel, but I've talked about it a bit. I don't actively play, but I do check it out here and there because obviously it is another Cygames title and the characters are very familiar to me. And I've also played it before both Dragalia and Priconne a very long time ago. So, what's the gist of this April Fools and why I left it for the last? Well, I think the idea is probably the most original. Like, I would say this, the Priconne one is probably the biggest budget one, very long event, very cool cutscenes, very cool extra stuff, like mega stuff, vibes with me a lot. The funniest one was the Tensura one, but the one that captures the beauty of having something fun last for a very short time is probably the Granblue Fantasy one, Rucksack Battles. So if you guys probably know it or at least play it, Backpack Battles on Steam. It was a game where what you did, basically, you constructed an equipment on your character. Like, this is very similar to how it is, so I actually like it a lot. Let's go with Mage. And what you did is that you basically constructed a backpack, and you merge the weapons, you give them unique stuff, etc. And they did an entire game out of it, which is basically the one that you know I love from Steam. It is the exact same logic. A little bit jankier compared to the one on Steam, but still very fun. Obviously, we're just going to do a test run to show you guys that it is the exact same. And I really wish that they made Granblue a little bit more polished, but it is a very old game, so it is what it is. Still, I am surprised that they went ahead with this idea, because it is incredibly fun. And then what happens after you build your backpack? You duel against another player, and as you can see, the items have cooldowns that charge up like this, and you attack. That's the gist of it. There are combos, there are other things that you can get by combining items and other things. Like in this one, for example, in the original backpack battles, you had to buy extension for your equipment. In this one, you just get it from winning battles. It is a very fun April Fools, I will say. And yes, okay, as you can see, you have the same logic that backpack battles had. When you can combine two items, you have this line over here, and then they get... I don't remember if it is during the battle they get combined or if it is later, but still it is very similar to how that game was. It was like the backpack battles story is a very fun one, because they released a beta, everyone played it, then they released the official game and it kinda disappeared. It is a similar sort of vibe to, what's his name, Auto Chess, if you think about it. Auto Chess was very popular for a while, then suddenly it disappeared, like Underlords, Auto Chess itself, all those games. Yes, it is after the battle, I knew it. That's how it is in the original one as well. So, the general idea that I can suggest here, you want to build squares and then leave pointy spaces. That's generally how I went with backpack battles, because what you can do with pointy spaces is something like this, as you can see. And then... for example, here what you can do is you get this word, and then you move this one over here. Sorry, it is a bit janky compared to what I remember in backpack battles, but it still does work quite well. There we go. Then you can also buy food, which are consumables pretty much, and we also buy another of those things. Like, I don't understand why they don't automate it, the fact that you get it, I guess because you have to confirm it. Okay, let's do another 2 battles, then we end it there. I do think that, as I told you, this one was my favorite this year, so I wanted to showcase it a little bit more. Okay, I don't think that this setup is working. No, maybe it is. Okay, we did it. Nice. I still am good at this game, even though I haven't played backpack battles for a while. And we got a proper sword. Okay, so we want to expand this one, and then I think that will go over here. Very good. Okay, so now that we have weapons, we can... okay, I want to do a battles because I want to see how it combines with this thing over here. Red King Crab. Okay, so you do want to pair it up with another of those... I'm not sure how they're called, those things in English. Cob, there we go. Okay, then we'll buy one of these. No, okay, no, I guess that will be fine. Let's see. Probably we'll lose this one. I don't think that they upgraded enough to do it for it to be successful. No, the damage looks good. Come on. That's actually pretty nice. Okay. Very, very nice. I even activated the ultimate there. Damn, if I played Granblue actively, this will be a mode that I would enjoy. They should add it for sure. It is... a gameplay type that you don't really see, because it is just one game that did it, but the fact that the Granblue devs know it is a good thing for me. Okay, this one seems to power up potions. Then we have another of those things, so what we'll do here is that we'll sell that one to Zero, then we put this one over here, and we put the knob like this. Okay, I want to see... Ah no, it's 2 different materials. Okay. So we'll leave it at that for now. Let's... how can I exit? Well, I guess we can just exit like this. Obviously, I don't want to take you guys time too much. That's the gist of it. So we will close the video with this one. As I told you, this one was my favorite so far. The most heavy production one was surely the Priconne one. The issue that I have with the Priconne one is that it is still an event. So technically they tried to do a 2-in-1. It was a very high effort, it is amazing, etc. But separating them probably would have made the reception a little bit better, like I did last year with Karelia Bible and also the Makoto and Eriko event with the meme on the ad games with that minigame they had. Still, I think Priconne, Granblue Fantasy and Tensura were my favorite ones, with Granblue standing out because of the game itself that I really enjoy. That's it for April Fools 2025. We'll see each other for this kind of video next year, hopefully. And hopefully you guys have your own games that you enjoy. Obviously I haven't covered everything, but it is a very funny day that I appreciate it that it exists, because it lets you have some more easygoing times compared to the usual busy times, work, school, whatever you guys do. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Remember to smash the like button and the subscribe button if you want to support the channel. And if you want to support the channel more, you can use the super thanks feature or join as a member of the Hunter Lodge to support the channel more. I would really appreciate it if you do, but feel free not to whatever you want. I will see you next time, and Cheru, who knows, maybe she took over my channel, maybe not, who knows. Bye my friends!